every surf bot.
Hey, look, if we're going to have every server bot crawl across the intro, we're going to be here all day.
There's only 41. 40?
Yeah. The hidden 40-second serve bot if you happen to have a Japanese-only save file on your Game Shark.
Hmm.
In a world covered by endless water,
So, I'm going to let this little text crawl play for two things. One, it's the little intro to what the game is. Two, this narrator is having a pretty good day.
Powerful energy source. These refractors lie in ancient ruins underground and in the sea, and are sought out by explorers called diggers. These brave explorers are the sole source of refractor energy, which has become a cornerstone of the emerging civilizations. Originally, this was the diggers' only purpose, to find refractors so that civilization might endure. However, over the years, the story of a fabulous treasure, the legendary Mother Lode, began to be whispered among the diggers. The Mother Lode, a treasure so great that if it were discovered, it would provide so much power that the world never need fear running out of energy. Seeking this Mother Lode, diggers travel from one island to another in their flying machines, ever hoping that they'll find what they seek just over the horizon. Hope, despair, charity, greed, duty, power. Who can say what truly motivates the diggers?
You know, if Waterworld stuck to this original script, I think it would have been much better received.
That's fair. I really like the 3D looking ship there, flying up to the extremely flat, oh, goodbye, the extremely flat tower.
Megaman Legends is just kind of a case study of how extremely archaic hardware can be saved by extremely good art direction.
Indeed. All right, we're going to let one more little opening play, because there's two of them. We'll let that one play, and then we'll actually get started here.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. All right, listen up. Drop everything and give me your undivided attention. In about an hour, we'll be arriving at our destination, Kattelox Island. Double check your equipment readings and make sure everything's in working order. I want another flawless operation, same as the last one. I swear this treasure will be ours or my name's not Bond. Let's do it!
Don't even bother trying to make those lip flaps match. Just go.
So yeah, if you happen to stick around in this title screen, you'll see there is a lot of variation on the servbot animations over here. We got tons.
Yep. They play around with these a lot on the little opening screen. But yeah, I guess not continue. That's not what we're going to be doing. But yeah, Megaman Legends. This is a game that I love the shit out of, and it's a little rough, but it's a lot of fun. I'm a really big sucker for like ancient ruins in video games, and this game is part of why. So, but yeah, I'm here, and Vprisoner is here with me today.
Hey. Yeah, I played this game like once, I guess.
Yeah, I think you've
Sometimes, whatever.
It's happened. You've played a video game once.
Yeah. Might have done an LP or something like a decade ago. That's a little rough, I know, but I think I can still ease into it.
It has captions, which is something this game doesn't have natively. I'm sure it has a lot of incredibly crude jokes, as it's something from 2009 or something. So that's sort of a warning on it. But anywho, let's jump into this one.
Here we go.
Megaman? Megaman! Megaman! Can you hear me?
Just barely. The transmission isn't too clear.
I got worried because the transmission got cut off suddenly.
I'm okay. I think this is the last door. Roll! It's still active. The reactor's still running.
Great! What about the refractor?
It's here. It's a big one too.
All right, now maybe we can finally get some money. Be careful.
Phew. I'm okay, Roll. Everything's all right here.
Don't count your chickens yet. I'm picking something up on my screen. Looks like a Reaver bot. You'd better get out of there. Come on.
Right. If you see anything, let me know. Here we go!
Just sort of setting the stage. It's a this dungeon is really good at both tutorializing and also just sort of explaining what Mega Man and Roll do for a living.
Yep. One thing I'd like to note immediately, everything you think you remember about this game, about controls, you're actually thinking of Mega Man Legends 2. The controls in this game are extremely old.
Yeah, it's like D-pad. This was a pre-DualShock game, so it's a little rough.
Looks like a small one. Should be able to take it down with your buster gun.
Like, you have lock-on, but lock-on is,
A suggestion?
yeah, so here's a little Reaver bot. If I lock onto it, I'm frozen in place.
Yeah, there's also an additional lock-on that's built into your buster gun just normally. It will track enemies as you're moving around.
Yeah, like, here, let me see if I can show some of the shots. How it... Probably shouldn't have woken up this many of them. But yeah,
I appreciate you fucking up the perspective and Roll's trying to, like, tutorialize for you.
here, please go right. There, you can kind of see I'm firing... Like, there's a bit of an auto-lock there. It's basically an Indiana Jones, yes. But yeah, you have to use the shoulder buttons to rotate the camera.
Yeah, the shoulder buttons is just kind of like a thing that I kind of just got used to after a while. Some
Can you see
games
a door nearby?
feel right with the right analog stick, and others are just like, man, I am just
see a door?
instinctively going for those trigger buttons.
That should be the way out. It's not far from your current position.
Roll, there's I see it. Okay.
I mean, everything in here is just a radar blip to her, so, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a game about exploring ancient ruins to find quantum refractors, which are money. And Roll and Mega Man are basically treasure hunters.
Yeah,
Where are
she
you
is
going,
your
Mega Man? That's
navigator.
not the right way.
That is to say, she stays
I
up
don't
on the
like the
ship
way
and
that
uses
looks.
an extremely
Maybe we
complex
better
radar
get
system in
back.
order to track you and other Reaver bots in the area.
Look, map completion. Come on, Roll.
Are you gonna just leave one square in the entire dungeon open just to, like, maximize my hatred for you?
Be careful, Mega Man. It looks like they've got you surrounded.
Also, another nifty thing, if you press down relative to you and then immediately hit the circle
Mega
button,
Man, are
you
you
will
alright?
do a quick 180 and face your opponent.
Yep, it's it works for all directions. It reminds me of like RE4 having that quick turn.
Yeah, or God Hand.
Yeah, yeah.
Which, you know, same design methodology, I guess.
Just had a thought. This little button trap here, does that show up anywhere?
I don't think so. I've never seen that button in any other instance.
Right, like I didn't recognize that as a trap because I'm like, I don't recognize that button. That's weird.
Well, that's what makes it such a clever trap.
Yeah.
Watch out, there's something right in front of you.
There it is. Okay. Stealth didn't work.
So yeah, while these Reaver bots look really dinky and slow moving, they also have dashing attacks and they will just sort of zip around without warning.
Yep. Also explode without warning.
Probably tripped one of his own bombs. Idiot.
Look, getting all these squares is going to help when we get the walk armor later.
Speaking of which, I also like one little extra touch. They have the double doors they usually see in Mega Man bosses, and they use that for transitions between areas.
Yep. I find this game really visually impressive for an early PS1 game.
It doesn't really bother trying to mask all of the polygons and stuff. They just try to, like, go full tilt on really good art direction and 2D assets. Like, a lot of the faces in this game are really visually expressive. Everything's bright and colorful. It helps salvage the early tech a lot.
Yeah.
There's a shield over there.
Mega Man, I'm picking up a Reaver bot. He's above you, watch out.
Oh no.
Yeah, this one is supposed to teach you about lock-on, and fortunately it's a very patient instructor, seeing as this robot just kind of flails around aimlessly if you just nail on it.
Yeah. Also. Oop. Goodbye. The all-in-all tutorial dungeon does a good job of, like, showing you most of the things you're gonna be running into.
Out and to the left of your current position.
Yeah, generally a lot of movement stuff, and also just sort of things that you have to look out for. Like, for instance, instead of shooting those barrier things, you can also kick them, the triangle button.
Yep. Oop. Yeah, good old boot. Yeah.
Kicking actually works in more situations than you'd think, despite its short range. There are some Reaver bots that actually do respond to kicking in a good way. So here we got Buster parts. This is how you customize your Mega Buster. You have 4 stats: attack, energy, range, and rapid. They all have immediate use. You can clearly see the difference between Buster parts and raising your stats when you look at it. Attack is power, energy is number of shots you can have at a time, range is range, and rapid is firing speed.
If I... No, okay, I thought that was... No,
Yeah,
maybe slightly bigger.
They do a really good job of color coding the shots so you just like can easily see the power curve.
Yeah, the controls of this are again quite old. They like Legends 2, if you're thinking of like what the controls of this game should be, Legends 2 is that game, like where they actually are able to do more with, like, you know, having 2 sticks.
Yeah. Legends 2 is mechanically better than this game, but I really love the charm of this one.
Kick cube. That's fine.
Fun fact, I legitimately thought that those things would still be on their timers while the dialogue box was going. I was just like skipping it frantically before they disappeared.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh god, why? Yeah. Anyway, I think the boss is up ahead.
Showing a large blip in front of you.
Yeah.
Probably a Reaver bot. Be careful. Huh? Megaman, can you hear me? I'm losing you. The transmission's...
It's kind of a shame that this tutorial dungeon is just sort of so far detached from the rest of the game and its aesthetic. I really enjoy its design.
Yeah, because we're you know, the rest of the game takes place on a single island, and this is just out in the ocean. So,
Like an island.
oh no.
Yep. So this boss introduces you to a nifty little mechanic you're going to be using on roughly 99% of all encounters.
So this is the invincible circle strafe. Nobody in the game has a counter to it because the game doesn't expect you to be able to do it. Because it's a combination of camera rotation plus moving to the right or left.
It also helps that you don't necessarily have to line the camera up just right because the tracking on your Buster gun can help take care of a lot of it.
Yeah. But you can see this boss's weapon kind of extends to hit more. But yeah, the circle strafing is just... It is like more codified in 2, meaning that the enemies realize you have it as a capability, but in this game they don't. So I can think of like one time where it's not useful.
Yeah, like they just kind of didn't realize how out of control circle strafing was going to be.
Oh no.
Look at that sky. Well, that's a happy sight after being underground for so long. I wonder where Roar went. No way. Back for more? Phew. Nice timing, Roll.
Anytime, Mega Man. I'm sorry, Mega Man. I had some engine problems, and...
It's okay, Roll. But I'm glad you showed up when you did.
all's well that ends well, right? And we were able to get a refractor. We should be able to get by with that for a while. If only the mother lode were as easy to find as this.
Don't worry. We'll find it someday. And your parents, too.
Thanks. I know we will.
Oh, the engine's overheating. The smoke's so thick I can barely see.
What? I guess the flutter's in worse shape than I thought.
Roll, the number 5 feeder's going crazy. She can't take much more of this.
Gramps, can you open up the number 11 valve again?
Got it.
We'd better find some place to set down. Mega Man, check the map.
There's an island called Kattelox about 100 miles southwest.
Good! Check!
I can't do much more by myself down here. Can somebody give me a hand?
Sorry, Gramps, but my hands are a little full right now.
Roll! I see it! Land ho!
Come on, hold together. Just a little bit more. Hold on, I'm taking her down.
Right!
Looks like we made it.
100 miles. Oh, here you are. Y'all getting cursed with me.
Looks pretty bad. I don't think it'll be safe to set foot in here for quite a while.
Been pushing her so hard.
I'm
Been taking
desperately
good enough
trying
care
to
of
solve
her.
the depth of that branch sticking out
Just
of the
have to
window
fix her
that's
up.
just a 2D texture.
Repairs aren't going to be
It's
finished
fucking me
anytime
up something
soon.
fierce.
So yeah, this loop.
We'll be
This loop
here
is
for a
Megaman
while, I
Legends.wav. It's Birdnoise.wav.
This island. What you call it, Mega Man? Kattelox? Must have a town or a city somewhere. Think you could go take a look around?
All right, so yeah, we have the other folks that are here on the airship with us. We have our good old granddad, Professor Barrel.
Yep. Hey, Professor Barrel.
He's pretty cool.
And then we've got, there's Roll. She's the like, captain slash engineer slash navigator slash, I mean, you have a
She does a
3-person
lot of
crew.
slash.
You have a 3-person crew, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Well, 4.
3.5. 4 if you consider just how useful he is specifically to you.
Yep.
So Data's the save monkey, saves your game. You can ask him about advice, and you can also recharge your energy and stuff.
Yep.
It's actually worth your while to check in on him for a lot of this dialogue, because sometimes he actually gives you stuff or provides pertinent information or just like says something cute.
Yep. Yep, and then also just does this dance.
He's just going to be doing this for the rest of the game. It's actually fantastic. I forgot about that.
Okay.
Every single time.
But yeah, so, I'd also kind of forgotten that they mentioned Vroll's parents in this game.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a one-off thing.
Right.
But, I mean, they're all together. It's a 3-person crew. They're family. They kind of know the situation.
Yeah.
We don't.
Alright, I gotta look at this.
Do
Like,
you, though?
tree.
I've had my fill.
So yeah, no, seriously though, this like 10-second loop is all of outside. That it is why Birdnoise.wav is seared into my brain, and I hear it everywhere else in other games. Oh, that's convenient. Oh, Loon, thanks for the host. We're just starting up Megaman Legends. Landed on Kattelox Island, and the cops are here to arrest us for trespassing. Ooh, I've got left kick and right kick.
Good attitude to have. Yeah, when you don't have your buster out in town usually or on the outside, your buster gun is replaced with a left kick. Only trust your feet. Police will never help you.
Ah, Megaman!
Oh, it's voiced.
The police saw us crash land and came to check up on us.
Wasn't ready for that.
Well, you certainly put on quite a show.
I wasn't ready for this.
Looks like everyone's all right.
Certainly.
Let me welcome you to Kattelox Island.
I ain't ready for this at all.
I'd like to ask one of you to come with me to the station.
Need you to fill out some immigration forms so you can get your registration and ID card. You can't enter the city without one.
Don't worry. It won't take very long. While you're waiting, you can spend your time in the shopping arcade next to the city. You don't need an ID card to get in there.
Are you ready to go, Professor?
I really enjoy this voice actor dynamic between the guy who is really having fun with his lines and the serious-minded individual next to him who's just like, Jesus, Brett, not again. I'm just trying to get my paycheck. Come on, can you please try for 5 minutes?
It's like, no. All right, so we got to go to the DMV. We got to license and registration. And that's sort of the adventures that we're on in this game. We have to navigate some bureaucracy. We're going to have to get an application to become a digger on the island. So that we can enter some cool ruins.
Yeah, given that there's no, like, real world nation or anything like that, it's just kind of a hassle for diggers every time they land on some new city or location. They have to get registered for that specific location.
That's not suspicious. With that nice little Bond skull on it. Oh, it's double parked. Oh.
Ah, that's the real crime.
And somebody cut this car in half? Like,
Yeah, it just sort of looks like it's been there for a while.
well, you can see the seam.
Oh Jesus, yeah. Somebody just like took out their Hanzo steel and went to town. on
Yeah.
that.
All right, let's go shopping.
Like sometimes you can tell with early PS2 3D, and it's especially obvious here. You see like a lot of weird ass angling because they can't render it just right, or rather, they weren't expecting to render at such a high resolution, so the emulators have to kind of finagle it.
Yep. Apple.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that this place actually has a ceiling.
Got a good dog there. That's good.
Yeah, there's just a lot to look at in this town. Most of it is like completely optional, but it's all just a whole bunch of flavor text, and I do love me some flavor text.
Where's the thing I want? Okay.
It's like 2009 never left me, Slyo.
Got it.
Nice.
Put trash in its proper place. The Jet Lag Bakery. It's garbage.
It's garbage, just like our bread. Also, once the bakery on the other side of the area opens up, then you can kick the can in there. It's a much smaller shop, but you get double money.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Slaya, I'm gonna need to ask you about this. Like, what is a... They call it a VCR?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do we have one in here? I wanna see the VCR on the wall.
I think it's in the glass casing. You can barely see it.
We got like a stereo right there.
God, the late 90s.
It's adventure. You get to be Indiana Jones. Of course everybody wants to. Iron. I'm really enjoying looking at posters in the background here. Oh, that's got to be the VCR. See, look, it's got the red, yellow, white inputs.
Yeah, like the double composite. That looks like a...
That is a...
No, it looks like a stereo.
Yeah, okay, well, what if that's just a gigantic VCR?
Ah, I see. I guess the Reaverbot technology has incredibly massive cassettes.
Yeah, because here we got a boombox and a couple irons, maybe some cell phones. But yeah, there's a poster on the back that says iron, and I think it's somebody using an iron, but it looks like a credit card a little more to me. Anyway.
Look, they take their credit history really seriously in the year whatever it is.
Alright, let's go to Bront Vegetable Store. Okay, fine. We won't go to Bront Vegetable Store. Oh,
the way that 2D door is plastered on, it just kind of looks like one of those Ocarina of Time doors that's just going to pop out and then flatten you.
Yeah, thump. Well, don't worry. I'm sure mimics don't exist in this game. Okay. Ah, digital records. I have forgotten all about all these shops. Ooh, we've got CDs. We're very advanced here.
It's so whack how history has decided to pick and choose preservation of old audio. Because, like, CDs are just, like, completely silly to us, but we still rock vinyl like it's no big deal.
Mm-hmm. How many more of these do we have around to listen to?
Despite everything, that's not actually a boss battle.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, a jazz CD, huh?
Jazz as depicted by the ancient-ass MIDI on the PSX.
This is a PlayStation Black Disc. Any others? Ah, classical. Let's listen to classical.
You know, oddly enough, we're going to get a lot of that in the game as is, so...
It's true. Once we get to the museum and such.
This sounds like less like classical piano and more like somebody who is really trying to unstick some of the keys on the keyboard.
Yeah, just keep testing this. Like, it's gotta work. Fusions! Oh dear, I don't even know what this is gonna be.
Ah, Vaporwave. Yeah, see, this feels more like the jazz.
I feel like I'm gonna start playing Wave Race with this on. Something I haven't thought of since the 90s. Alright.
There are a lot of things that we haven't thought of since the 90s.
Alright.
Oh god, they got Baroque for Wii in here? Throw it away, Jesus. I don't want to listen to that.
I think that's everything in here.
I really love this era of gaming where they just sort of put all of this flavor text in here, and it's just something that they wanted to do, as opposed to, I don't know, an open world game where they are mandated to do everything.
Well, let's go see what these kids are up to. Hey, beat it! Bensley. Yeah, how often do you think they get visitors on Kattelox?
Looking for some treasure.
Yeah. Like you don't get visitors like at all. Ooh. I'll take $100 bucks. Oh, that's rude.
So there's also something really neat about garbage cans in this game.
Yeah, I'll go punt one after we...
Of course, gotta advance the plot. Ah, yes, Bensley grows up to be Manfred. God, I would not be surprised if in the next Pokemon that they made a Pokemon with an evolutionary line that is that.
Alright, where's the garbage can?
There it is.
$20.
Yeah, and if you kick it again...
There we go.
It's a good way of knowing whether or not there is something inside the garbage can, and it's not something that anything else that you investigate actually has.
God, it's hard locked. You come out here and you forgot your ID, you're out.
It's extra fucked because there's not even a slot. We couldn't render that. But yeah, this is very much a game about looking in the garbage can whenever possible.
Yep. Earthbound. Sort of find the cheeseburger in there and that sort of thing. We're not gonna find a cheeseburger.
It's not that dire.
We're not gonna find a cheeseburger in the garbage can, okay? No. Let's just save again. Come on! Oh, there we go.
Get to appreciate the weird clipping of Data's paws through his husk.
Oh, goodness. Alright, oh, so we're able to go in here, which is where we saw the husband hanging out before. So this is our sort of intro to what basically every dungeon is going to look like. Or I guess, sorry, what the, like, Kattelox main dungeons are going to look like.
Yeah, I was about to say, you think Birdnoise.wav is burning itself into your brain? Check this shit out. So this place is the Sub-Ruins.
Yep.
It is a gigantic network of mini dungeons that are connected to every single dungeon in the game.
Also,
just stick your hand in the hole. It's not dangerous.
alright, so we gotta...
This game is generally very good about having investigatable areas be really easy to spot. Almost like a Disney animation sort of thing, but, you know, part of the background still.
Yeah. Alright, let's... Oh, hey. Love the slide they do to get on camera.
You're just gonna slide into Mega Man's DMs.
Oh, let me find an enemy. I want to show off a little bit about health. Hit me. There we go. So I take a hit and my health bar, like, unlocks, and then after time, it relocks. For the most part, buddy. Buddy, they're just worms.
Look, his shield's at 0. Give him a break. So anyway, when your health unlocks, that's your shield gauge. It protects you from damage, just sort of like decreases the amount of damage that you take.
Yeah.
If you get hit with a strong enough attack, or specific types of attacks, then the shield breaks permanently and you have to get it repaired.
I love this game. I love the ideas this game has more than the game itself. Again, this game is a bit rough gameplay-wise.
Just sort of both a product of its time and also just they were starting stuff.
Yeah, this is the beginning. Goodbye.
I mean, I think about that sort of stuff a lot, where it's like, these old games are like, oh, they don't hold up very well. I'm like, well, how the hell do you think that they start making things good without making some mistakes first? The perfect game does not come out of the devs fully formed.
See, as Vpris said, this area, like, is basically one big ruin that encompasses the whole island.
Yeah, it's got multiple entrances. It's connected to every dungeon in the game, and I really like that part about it. If it had music, we'd really be in business. As it stands, it's a really fantastic set piece, and it has a lot of good treasures inside of it. So you'll be sort of weaving in and out of different areas of this place pretty often. Alright, catch you later, Mastazah. Thanks for stopping in.
Yep. Oh. So there's taking an actual hit.
Yeah. These guys are pretty swift.
We'll try not to wake up the other one.
Well, there are certain types that will just not wake up no matter what. Like, that one is just an antenna type, it'll never wake up. It just sort of sits there.
Yeah.
Whereas others are just like, yeah, all right, I'll get up.
There we go.
Speaking of which, that little thing underneath your health is a very rudimentary form of enemy radar. If you hear a buzzing noise and it pops up, that means that an enemy is alerted to your presence and is coming after you.
Yep, so you can see the, like, yellow, or the red circling on it. Anyway, our prize for going through here. We didn't need to go this way, but we get a buster part. I guess there's a couple places that it gives this explanation, because all of them could be your first buster part.
Yeah, I think this is, like, the only other one, though. I've never seen it used anywhere else other than the tutorial dungeon in here.
Yeah. Oh, and those are...
So right now you can only equip 2 buster parts at a time. Each stat of the Mega Buster goes up to 8 charges, except for Rapid, which maxes out at 5.
Yep.
Rapid's also, incidentally, the hardest one to max. It's actually impossible to max out every single buster part normally, so that just sort of frees up your customization ability. Like, you don't have to worry about maxing it out, finding, like, the optimal build. It's just whatever you feel like.
Right.
You're not going to max it out anyway.
So looking at the areas through here, the one place we immediately can't get to is up here. Like, we can't jump that high at the moment.
Yep.
Thank you for the sub, Medibot. Also, we don't have a drill.
Yeah.
Can't go that way.
Generally, the game is very kind about equipment setups. You can just sort of run into just about every dungeon in the game with whatever loadout you feel like. There are occasions like that where you actually will need specific weapons in order to break through.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
Big money.
Very big money.
All right, and again, we don't have a high enough jump.
So again, you notice that we've only advanced Rapid by 1 stage, but you can clearly see how much of a difference it's making in your firing rate.
Yeah.
This game is really good at signposting your progress on the Buster. I like that a lot.
Yeah, and it is... We are going to get other weapons. That's what that locked gauge on the right is. But... It's... Like, those are much like your secondaries in any other Mega Man. They have their own, like, energy bar and limited use.
Yeah, a lot of the special weapons in this game are really fun to use. There are a couple of duds, but I like most of them.
All right. Yeah, we will be returning to the sub-ruins a number of times throughout the game. Especially as we get more movement powers, the few that there are.
Yeah, energy is... Oddly enough, energy is not the number of shots that you can have on the screen at any given time. It's the amount that you can fire before you have to stop, if that makes any sense.
Here's some friends. Hiding from the cops.
I mean, to be fair, that cop's helmet is covering both of his eyes. I don't think they need to try very hard.
Yep.
That's the American dream, right? Becoming so big and bad that you don't have to actually play the game in order to win.
Hey.
And you just left it like that?
There's no junkyard on the island, so they just kind of left it.
I guess they were going for a theming sort of thing. Like, since they are the junk part store, everything that is in their possession needs to be junk.
My name is not Hippopotamus.
Now, if we had better options, then we might have something, but as it stands, nah, it's just Megaman.
Yep.
Which is already a goofy name to say out loud.
You don't... I can't buy yet. Oh, well.
Yeah, I think you may need to just, like, leave and then come back.
Yeah, for one of them to go behind the counter. Like, the counter.
Oh, no dice.
Nope.
Oh, what's your name, kid? My name is Hippopotamus. No, your real name. Oh, my name is Megaman Walnut. Your real name.
No, seriously, what's your name?
Yeah, they just call you Hippo for the whole game if you say that's your name.
Yep.
You really try to take the time and appreciate the physics that went into that can, and then the best strategy is to just get it underneath the store so that you can kick it and just pray that it'll land.
Yep. Alright.
Megaman,
Oh,
were you able to find anything?
I moved.
Oh. If you can't find any parts in town, guess we'll have to try digging for them ourselves.
There's like a spare tire.
The man at the junk store said.
Might take a while. Which means... Huh? Megaman, what's that? It looks like a weapons upgrade module.
Oh, this? Yeah, the junk store man gave it to me. He said we could use this car to hook it up.
You mean we can use this car? Well, come on then. Let's get it attached right away.
I was just gonna steal it.
Well, do you really think that the equipment in there is going to be up to
There,
spec for
it's
that?
ready.
Oh, wow, it is much cleaner
This
inside.
weapon lets you use landmines. Just drop them in front of an oncoming enemy and boom! Just remember, there's a limited number of mines, so make sure you use them sparingly. Do you want me to explain what this weapon does again?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, this is our first special
I'll get
weapon.
to work on fixing this car up. I'll be able to help you out and maybe spot for you if I can get it running again.
Alright. So yeah, we'll be able to find different parts throughout the world that we can have roll kind of make into weapons.
Item development lets you just have roll go through all of the miscellaneous crap that you've acquired and then make weapons based on what combinations are available at that time. It's a really nifty system because often you will find lots of things that specifically say what they're supposed to make, and that's just like more story or progression weapons. But then you have junk that like I have no idea what the fuck this makes, and then all of a sudden you get the shining laser.
Right. So yeah. And the car will also be able to go to different areas later. That's later.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ah, there you are. I'm looking for you so I could give you this. Citizen's card. Now you'll be able to use the city gates. Of course, there are some gates that can't be opened, but...
What is that?
Pirates. We've received information that indicates there are some headed this way. So as a precaution, we're evacuating the civilians and locking the gates.
Pirates? Our grandfather is still inside the city. Will he be all right?
Well, I'm sure he's heard the announcements about the pirates. If I see him, I'll make sure he gets to a safe place. If you'll excuse me.
Please don't go inside any of the buildings in the city.
I'm worried about Gramp.
Those are the
I
least
hope
safe
he'll be
place.
okay.
I'll go look for him. You wait here.
Okay, Mega Man. Be careful.
Yeah, I'm sure there aren't, like, pirates anywhere around the city or whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, that ship, that looks kosher to me.
It's fine. It's just double parked.
One of the other nifty things, too, is that Carden Forest is one of the only areas, outdoor areas in the game, where you have full access to your weapons, so you can just sort of try them out outside the city.
Yeah, which is nice to have. Oh, let me...
Alright, this is one of those mechanics that you only have to use once and then never again.
Hold on, I gotta...
You gotta get the optimal doof in your walk.
They'll never see us.
Norivia, you can slow strafe, in fact. It's so good, even Data in the second game roasts nuts on how doofy your walking animation looks.
Alright, and then, if I remember things right...
Okay, got it? Once the decision's made, there's no turning back. Nothing less than 100%. And remember, it's more than just guns and ships. It's whoever has the most information that wins, right? Right, we understand. You need to keep your costs and risks as low as possible and stay on schedule. That's right. You've got it. Huh? What are you looking at?
So, about that evacuation.
Yeah.
Seems to be going swimmingly with all this traffic.
Hold on.
That you can get hit by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wanted to get just crushed by that car, but...
I feel like there is at least one mailbox that is out just enough to where you can read it and then just get slammed by a passing car.
Okay.
There we go. That's that Mega Man Legends shit I do like.
Okay, they're gonna be leaving soon.
Okay, I guess there is a shelter and stuff. It's like all of these cars are running around in circles. Whatever.
$10. Ooh, now that one's actually quite useful if I remember the thing that's for.
Yeah. Please don't harass small animals.
Okay, so if that one blows up, it's fine. Not that I have any reason to expect these houses to blow up. Is there like a rash of people going around kicking pigs?
I guess so, if it necessitates a poster. There's just a lot of good fluff around here, especially in the library. There are entire buildings and areas in this game that are just nothing but cute fluff and don't really have any mechanical benefits. Look, if they blow up the school, that means school is canceled.
Yeah. I think they're gonna blow up the library when the pirates show up. Like, and blame it on pirates.
Oh, whoops, I accidentally tripped over this live grenade that the pirates threw.
Whoops. Well, the pirates are a bunch of nice people. Come on.
They may be pirates, but they're not barbarians.
It's a book about ethics, alright?
I do appreciate that while we're talking about how we're going to just bomb the library.
An actual mechanic that doesn't really play a lot into this game, but does exist.
Yeah. It's always weird to have, like, these libraries that are supposed to have tons of different information, and it's always just extremely pertinent mechanical information. Or, you know, lore.
Right. After 27 tragic deaths.
Yeah, they don't really show this a whole lot in the game, but shit gets dangerous when you're digging down in the ancient ruins.
Yeah.
Death machines with lasers and bombs.
Ah, destroys all life present on it, huh?
Wow. Wild.
Wow. Interesting that they know that information about Mother System, but whatever.
Hey, I'd want to live there too. It's only happened, what, 2 times?
Look, this island was completely uninhabited when they found it, so...
Coincidence, not a pattern.
Yeah, look.
It's fine.
Look, there's remnants of a lot of different civilizations on Kattelox. It's weird.
We'll have to open a history book and find a single tweet inside. I mean, you laugh, but it's going to be us in about 50 years.
Look, there's no proof that the island's gonna blow up, but... Difference between living on this and living in a volcano? Yeah. Yeah, sure. This keeps going. Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, subgates. Okay. Ah, intermediate level.
Yeah, this game has ground recovery.
Yep.
Capcom made the Street Fighter series. Of course there are recoveries.
I think there was a Pokemon region.
The one, yeah.
Not like a video game one, but one of the other ones. That sounds like a Pokemon region.
Just like a Pokemon fan region.
No. Like, it might have been like a one that was like exclusive to the TCG, I think.
Possibly.
Ah, okay. Refractors are spun very quickly. We don't like refract light through them. We just spin them really fast.
Look, JoJo's Part 7 is not an anime yet. Keep the spoilers to a minimum.
Oh, sorry. Well, that sure was a lot of technological nonsense.
Sure was a lot of lore.
Not Hoenn, Holon. Holon, I believe, was I want to say it was a TCG region. Like, yes!
I'm just trying to imagine, like, Mega Man on his phone right behind the librarian tweeting out all of this information while it's just like, the fuck are you doing back there? Get out of here.
Oh, you've got ledge grab.
Yeah, it's very handy.
You can buy an E-tank from that.
Please don't ask how this refreshes your energy. By the way, City Hall, huge.
Yeah, City Hall is wide open spaces. Brutal.
I mean, I do appreciate that they are trying to justify all of the big empty expanses by going, oh, all of the townspeople are being evacuated because of pirates.
Yep. And here's totally not a character. Don't worry that she has the same little skull there.
Wonder why she's just out in the open. And she'd probably just be sort of ducking out in a public area behind some palm trees or something.
Yeah, well, you gotta not look like you're conspicuous. Oh, you jerk!
Hidden meta levels.
God damn it! God damn it!
Such as getting hit by a cop car. I meant to do that.
Well, no, the cop stopped. The cop came to a dead stop in front of me, and then looked out their window and saw me. I was like, hit them, like, just floor it.
The cop wanted to see what move you were going to make. It's like chicken.
Alright. The cops protecting capitalism. Let's go see what's going on in the bank. Can I start an account? I'm a citizen now.
They sure are very helpful in this going out of business sale due to a major economic crisis.
Isn't that a horrible advice? Like, an evacuation is happening, Please withdraw all your money.
Yeah, this is surprisingly helpful for an extreme capitalist institution.
Like, oh, they got some of those nice, like, bank pens.
Yeah, I bet you anything this island is so chill that they don't even have the chains attaching those pins.
They have them, but the pens just come on off. Like, they're there because people like to play with them. But that's about it. Alright, but actually, we're here to go to City Hall. Oh, come on. We need to find...
Can't cut out the middleman. You gotta do this proper.
Ahem! Wait for the extremely slow...
Hey man, it's just like real life.
Okay, now I can go in. Thank you. And we get to meet the mayor, I think. Yeah.
Hey, Megaman! To check up on me, eh? Here, let me introduce you to the mayor of this island, Amelia.
I'm Amelia. Nice to meet you. I'm an old friend of Professor Barrels. Worked as his assistant for a while I was in school.
It's a small world, isn't it?
To tell you the truth, we've gotten reports that there are some pirates headed this way. I was asking the professor if he might have any idea what they're after.
I'll bet anything they're after the legendary treasure supposedly buried on this island.
There are a lot of stories about the treasure, but no one knows exactly what it is. I thought maybe you might know something about it, Professor.
I've been in the digging business a long time, but I haven't been able to find out anything about this island's treasure except legends and myths. Look, Megaman, I'll be here for a while talking with Amelia. So why don't you go back and keep an eye on Roll? Tell her not to worry about me, okay?
You know, I've played this game a number of times. I've never once questioned why the professor has a steel plate covering half his head.
He's been in the digging business a long time.
Yeah.
It gets real rough down there.
Amelia's hair.
I miss the PSX era of melted fist hands.
Yep.
The predecessor of oven mitt PS2 hands.
Ah, there's some polygons on display. And, okay, what is this art?
Look, if anything can get away with pretending that a bunch of polygons is modern art, it's an early PSX game.
Well, yeah, of course.
Alright, I'm gonna be right back for just a second.
Sounds good. I'm sure nothing will happen in the interim. Breaking the law, breaking the law.
Ah! It's a dog!
What's that all about?
What? What did I ever do to you?
Alright, let's go help her out.
out! Don't you know you can't treat girls that way?
This bouncy dog.
Hold on. Down, boy. Down. You all right?
Um...
She just slides down.
You just mind your own business!
Well, that certainly happened. I'm sure we'll have no bearing on future events whatsoever. Gotta find the vending machine. I think it's over here.
Alright, I'm back.
Hello. We saved somebody from a dog or something. I'm sure it's not very important.
So, I have a question. What do you think of that sewer grate over there?
Oh, you mean the sewer grate right here?
Yeah.
What'd you ever think of this?
The thought might have crossed my mind. Yeah, now you're back at that area that you couldn't get to before.
Yep. Which makes this a shortcut out of town. In a sense.
Yeah.
Like, it's only one way at the moment, but, you know.
That's something, at least.
Aye, aye, Miss Tron. Up and away.
Okay, I was wondering how they were going to handle that cutscene with a different entrance.
It's Gramps. But he's talking with the mayor at City Hall. I hope he'll be okay. By the way, did you see those weird-looking ships that just flew past here?
The ones with giant
I've never
skulls
seen
on them?
ones like that before. I wonder whose they are. There goes one.
That sure is a lot of ships.
Wow, those birds are really loud.
What's that noise? Sounds like... Oh no, they're attacking the city! Gramps is still in there! Megaman, I'm going to go make sure he's all right. Whoa!
This is the most clean-burning artillery attack I've ever seen. There's no smoke anywhere.
Yeah. I continue to be impressed by the Bond family's ability to, like, Team Rocket build their technology out of no money.
Yeah, that is probably the thing that I love the most about the Bonds. They are villains on a budget.
Yep. Alright, I am going to take this save. Because I do remember once or twice letting City Hall fucking blow up. Probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah, this is kind of an important part of the game in sort of incidental way.
Yeah, well, this can be a kind of costly in the long-term part of the game. Based on how much damage happens to the city. Yeah, all tech is powered by money, yeah.
Hold it right there. You can't go in there. This area's closed off.
Please, officer, let us through. Our grandfather's in there and...
You can't go in either.
Yeah, indeed, Loon.
It's dangerous.
What's happening?
Those pirates have attacked the island. just like they said they would. They're after the treasure that's
God,
supposed
just
to be
having
buried here.
lice on their sleeves could not be more
Enough
appropriate
talk.
for these.
You have to leave here. Now.
Pirates?
They've occupied the gate over there. They're too heavily armed. We can't even get close to them.
Maybe I can do something.
Megaman, I'm going with you.
No, Roll, it's too dangerous. Let me handle this.
I have to wonder how
But-
heavily armed a digger generally is.
All right.
I'd say
You look out for
reasonably.
Gramps, okay?
You know, enough to beat up
Wait,
those
are you
small
crazy?
reaver bots or the little worms.
Wait. Where do you think you're going? What can a single boy possibly do?
Yeah, but it always seems like in Mega Man's case, he is just armed to the teeth at any given situation.
Yeah. All right, so the three of these.
Hey, so you know how they gave you the mines as your first special weapon? Well, here's a good place to try them out.
Yep.
We're pirates. You better watch out for us. We're not gonna let you through.
I love surf
So
bots.
there.
The day that they replace the giant
We'll
serve
be
bot
in
at
big
Capcom's
trouble if
main
we let
headquarters
anyone
with a
through.
failing is the day a part of my soul
Miss
died.
Tron will punish us. Wait, we're gonna give you the key. Let's get him! Mission start!
And of course they put you right in front of all three of them at the start. So once you do enough damage to them cumulatively, they'll start splitting up.
So I kind of want to.
Too strong! Let's split up and get out of here. You'll never get the key from us.
If you kind of pay really close attention and stuff isn't being blocked off from your field of vision, you can see the key passing between them.
Yep. So I want to get rid of this one first while I have the ability to. Oof.
Yeah.
But yeah, we also want to prevent collateral damage in this fight.
Not as big of an issue with this particular fight, but the next one is going to be rough. One nice thing too is that the shield does protect you from like tiny hits. You basically won't lose any health as long as your shield is up and just get dinged.
Okay.
Stronger hits will shave off a bit of it.
I don't think it's you then.
Now
Where-
the key just sort of pops up on its own.
Yeah,
And
where's,
I actually have to run down the serve bots for it.
where's number 2? Here we
Blue
go.
is probably the biggest pain because, yeah, it's the fastest and it's very good at running away from you. Oh, sure, it'll run over your mines, but the very second I put down a mine, it'll go in the opposite direction.
Yeah, it starts doing that. Ooh.
Rough stuff. Also, if I'm not mistaken, you have to beat this and the next boss at the same time.
Oh, God, where's Blue? Oh, I saw it. Okay, good, good.
You'll also notice that there are a couple of drops that are just sort of flying around harassing you while you're doing this.
Yep.
Also, these three are called Balloon Bears. The Bond's naming scheme is really Germanic.
Yes. Actually, a lot of the naming schemes in this game in the second game are very Germanic. The main kind of like patron of you in the second game is Von Mueller. Or Von Blucher, depending on if you're going off of the in-game name or the instruction manual.
Yeah, early PlayStation instruction manuals. I remember Mega Man X5's instruction manual.
But yeah, that character has 2 different names, which I find great. Okay.
Ooh, there we go.
Give me that.
Mission complete!
Alright, time for the other boss.
I like how they don't let you get any of that health while you're, like, bleeding out and grabbing that key. That's more important.
So sorry. We lost the key. Oh, what happened this time? I can't take my eyes off you for a second, can I? Just you wait till we get back. You're in a lot of trouble. Oh, no. Who was that? Wait, wasn't that the same boy as before? He disabled the Bloom Bears by himself?
Yeah, the Bloom Bears.
I don't understand. Whenever I think about him, I get this funny feeling. Oh, forget it! Who cares what this feeling is? It's all his fault! His fault! How dare he! I'll teach him not to mess with me or my kids! Here we go! Feldinot, engage! Oh! Hey, you! Thanks to you, everything's a mess now, isn't it?
Huh? Aren't you the girl who's being chased by that dog?
Shut up! I don't want to hear about that! Do you know what you've done?
Huh?
You're a lot dumber than you look. You should have known better than to pick a fight with the Bonds. Of course, if you agree to become one of my servants, I suppose I could forgive you. What do you say? That way my brother will never have to know about what you did to us.
Join up with pirates? I don't think so.
All right then, forget you. Fine, see if I care. I gave you a chance and you turned it down. Don't come back crying to me later. Your history! You're toast! Just you wait!
This game has a lot of really good side face.
Yep.
So this thing's a buster.
Yeah, this thing kicks you around a lot.
It is also probably the #1 thing that is going to blow up the entire downtown.
Yep, I just heard a building blow up. Yeah, there it went. God
It throws
damn it.
bombs everywhere, and it's just like, there's just going to be a lot of collateral damage while you're busy fighting it. Circle strafing is a good strategy, but at the same time, it will occasionally spin around and you can't hurt it. When it does that, that means that it's about to start running in another direction.
And also, those shots are going everywhere.
Yeah. Sometimes the main cannon will, oh yeah, it also does shockwave like that. Sometimes the front cannon will either do a concentrated line of fire or a spread shot. Feldinot is just super, super aggressive compared to what you've been fighting so far.
Yeah. Honestly, this whole, like, section can be a very, kind of like a hard stop early in the game.
Especially when you don't even, like, understand the scale of destruction. Like, how many buildings are you expected to allow to blow up and things like that? It sort of gets you worried. Even on my best days, there is at least one building that blows up just because this thing is so aggressive.
Oh god. I also can't. I can take a small hit, and that's it right now.
This game does have a guts mechanic in the shield system. You're getting there. Those pot shots are going places.
There we go.
Ooh. Nice ragdolling.
Tron just explodes.
That is wheelchair cloud falling into the live stream levels of ragdolling.
I mean, not bad. You're stronger than I thought. I'll give you credit for that. Miss Tron, are you all right? Get in, quick. Right. It's not over yet. Don't think you've won. Next time, I won't be so easy on you. I'll make sure you pay for this. Let's go! Roger!
Well, that happened.
Yep. Alright, what do we lose? Like a city block, 2 city blocks. At least, again, this is the less important one.
Good thing it was Sunday. All of those buildings would have been packed, Napa.
Alright, let's heal up. But yeah, like, this just can be a real, like, this early in the game, you've done very little as far as combat goes, and you jump right into these bosses.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. That city damage is persistent.
Yes.
It's going to stay that way for the rest of the game unless you do some certain things. That's why this is kind of an important part of the game, because it also determines how fucked up the city is and how long it's going to take in order to help with the reconstruction.
Yep. Oh, sorry. There we go. It's important that I said no to that question.
If you had said no to the other question, I would have been upset.
Yeah. Alright,
Well, this blue refractor just sitting in your inventory for the rest of the game.
it's there forever.
Fucking pendant worn by the girl who pilots the Megitech armor ass piece of equipment in your special menu.
So this thing's real big. For, like, it's nice. It's range 2. Special weapons, we just have...
Range gets pretty important in a lot of areas, because your Buster Gun is just kind of really short range by default.
Yep.
One of the other good things about it is that, like, I really enjoy the pacing of this game's Buster system.
Indications are that the mysterious group of pirates will continue its offensive for the foreseeable future. Recapping our top story of the day. At 2 o'clock this afternoon, the city center was attacked by a group of unknown pirates who demanded they be given the keys to the caves and tunnels underneath our island. The mayor has refused to give in to their demands and is currently under siege alone in City Hall. Local police are helpless in front of the power of the pirates' weapons. It may be only a matter of time before City Hall is destroyed. Hopes are rapidly fading as... I've just been handed this update, viewers. It appears that the robots and machines being used to lay siege to the city have been destroyed by a single young boy.
Well, except for those ones.
And now, that same boy has come through the gate and is heading towards City Hall. Wait! There he is! I can see him! He really is alone! Can this lone hero save the mayor?
Alright.
This part sucks.
Yeah, this part sucks. This part sucks a lot. So, this is the part that ends up costing the most on the like, side quest later if the bank or the police station get blown up.
start!
So you'll want to prioritize the police station because that actually has side quests. The bank actually isn't worth anything. This beginning part is also really nasty because the carriers start actively attacking you. They will back off eventually and start bringing in more tanks. They are the main concern. You want to get rid of those in order to finish the whole thing. So I guess what you're doing right now is making sure those carriers are staying way away from City Hall with all of their bombs.
Yeah. And trying to get some damage on them.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you see this?
Oh, God.
The hall is catching fire!
Oh, there's the red one I need to kill. Okay.
The game is usually really good about making sure that any attackers on the buildings are front and center. You don't usually have tanks that sneak around the back and try to get it. So there's that at least.
Oh, police station.
Ideally, you want these yellow tanks to just...
oh, that's bad news.
That's partially damaged.
Okay.
You there! Those robots are being deployed by a flying carrier! You should go after that first if you want to stop them!
So have you ever had a news reporter just sort of axe you while you're in the middle of the mission?
Alright, so there's another drop.
The thing is, even the red tank's pathfinding is kind of rudimentary. They'll go after stuff like that dangerous palm tree over there.
Right, they really want to get rid of that. Alright, there's some more carriers.
In fact, a lot of this mission revolves around hoping that the AI is so stupid that they'll keep getting caught up on lampposts and stuff instead of actual buildings.
Okay.
Also, what really sucks is that the carriers are prone to harass you constantly unless you do enough damage to them.
Oh no, not that lamppost. Also, check out that sweet lock-on there.
Yeah, the lock-ons are just having a time, as it is wont to do in this mission.
And you kind of have to rely on it for
Getting the carriers.
for getting the carriers, because you don't have a good way of firing upwards without lock-on.
Especially since you are required to stand still while you're locking on, and so you're just sort of hoping that the bombs don't drop nearby you. Oh, you got the red one? City Hall is fairly sturdy, but at the same time, it's like it still gets kind of dicey. In case you're wondering, the failure conditions are if the police station, bank, or City Hall is completely destroyed.
Yeah, so, gotta get over there.
So now that we've taken care of the carriers, we can finally get to work on the rest of these. Mines help a ton in this area.
Yeah.
Just because the tanks are so slow and stupid.
Oh, come on! Come on, that didn't count!
These hitboxes are awesome.
The fire seems to be spreading.
Yep, there's two of them.
Save the mayor in time.
There's two of them on City Hall, but the bank is almost blowing up here too, so... Okay, you know what? Fine, that's fine.
He just got bored.
The City Hall is beginning to collapse.
Uh-oh.
Our only hope lies in this mysterious hero.
Come on.
Stranger.
Come on.
Yeah, this is getting pretty wild.
Yeah, beat up that lamppost. Okay. Anything beating up City Hall still? Doesn't look like it.
Not at present.
Where are you going? Oh, that was it. They were going to beat up the beach. Alright, we did it.
Oh, by the way, we're not done. There's still another boss fight.
Yeah.
If you die here, you have to do all of it again. And collateral damage is still in effect.
Yeah. So, you can repair buildings later, yes. You can pay for repairs.
I mean, it's going to cost a lot, given the amount. So one of the mechanics that comes into play here when you're fighting Mon is the roll. If you press R or L1 and then X, then you do a little side roll. Has perfect iframes, lasts a long-ass time. It's just literally very helpful for when you are in a sticky spot.
Oh god, I'm in guts now. Ugh.
Yeah. Also, when you're in trouble with Mon, it's nice to try and get palm trees and lampposts in his way, because then he'll focus his attention on punching that away.
Yeah. Damn.
Well. I mean, it was kind of a sloppy thing, all things considered. So
yeah.
Fresh start.
Good luck.
All right, when did you save?
I saved at the one right before.
Okay, good. It's instinctive. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I saved at the one right before. We do have the range booster. I guess, actually, sorry, we have to talk to our friend here to get the range booster.
Mm-hmm.
You... Also, I should check if I could buy things from the shop at this point. I don't know if I can or not. Yet. Because I didn't check when I ran back.
They did.
Yeah. They might have evacuated, though.
Yeah.
Yes. Alright.
Also, I think that if you select why can't I win at this point, there's a dialogue tree that has a shield repair at the end of it.
Hmm. Oh, for fixing it when that fully breaks?
Yep. Okay, thank you, game.
Cool.
Good decision. Yeah, I guess now's as good a time as any.
Yeah, we'll get the Power Razor, too.
Yeah, I think power and range are going to be the go-tos. I might just be saying that a lot in this game. You also have an energy canteen, which is essentially an E-tank, a sub-tank.
Yep. Get one more pack in there. So, now we have a lot more resources than we did going in. Power Razor 2.
Mm-hmm.
And how many... Seven, okay. So we've...
There are just a lot of items in this game that you never actually think to use, and they're there.
Yep. So yeah, something we probably should have done the first time around, but better to have done now, because this is, like, higher damage and a lot more health going in. But yeah, so yeah, the energy canteen is really important as, like, a backup health bar. I like having a shield repair around. Forgot you had a shield repair all game. Yeah, it's uncommon that it comes up that it matters, right? Like,
Yeah, like it's one of those weird limbo situations where it comes up often, but not so often that you would think to purchase a whole bunch of shield repairs to prevent it from happening.
right.
And then you get hit by a green energy blast and you're like, fuck, why didn't I get one?
Like, wait, why am I dying real bad here? Alright, round 2. Let's see if we can do better on keeping the building standing.
Indications are that the mysterious group of pirates will continue its
Also-
offensive for the...
Cutscene skip in the late 90s. Good call.
Yeah.
Mission start!
Alright, here comes some special boys.
Alright, I'm gonna go take care of the red one first.
Red ones are generally top priority. They also have less health than the yellow ones.
Yeah. Oop, don't drop that on my head, please.
Don't drop that on the mayor's head, please.
There we go. One carrier down immediately, and we can get some cash out of it.
Yeah.
How's
What's
the...
the police station doing? Oh,
Yep. In need of some help. Okay.
I appreciate that just like real life, the bank holds no priority whatsoever. It's just a couple of institutions that need help.
I find it silly that,
Robots are being...
thanks. That our priority is to save, like, all the institutions, but these houses, like, whatever. They knew what they were getting into. Alright.
This game has a lot of fucking easy if you look real hard.
Nope. Just drop one? No. Ah, there we go.
Yeah, blue one's coming in hot.
Oh, bank. The 100-year robot attacks. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of wonder how the insurance racket is on an island that has a natural disaster every century.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay, let's get rid of you.
And then sturdy door. I think the other problem with this whole section is that you don't really have a whole lot of power back in your buster gun at this point in the game. Yep.
Help.
Also this sort of nonsense.
I want them to come back down and start attacking me again.
Yeah, I think after a point they just stopped doing that. Oh.
There we go. There's 2 down. Alright, I'm gonna go take these out because they're over by the bank and I don't want that to blow up quite yet.
Yeah.
Hey, bud. I'm over here. What are you doing? Sure. You have fun over there. You.
Oh, there goes the police station again. Thing Zero, this has gone a lot smoother related to how much health Mega Man has at this point.
Yeah.
Not so much everything else.
Well, the city hall's not as bombarded as last time.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Oh my god. Alright, fine, fine, whatever. I just want to get that last carrier out.
Fortunately, once the buildings start to get really wrecked, the yellow ones just sort of lose interest at that point.
Okay, there we go. And, oh, that got both. Nice.
Speaking of which.
What's left? Hey. Okay, I think there's one on the other side of town. Okay, City Hall made it out of this one a little better, and we're at nearly full health, so...
Also, this area is just really big. And they aren't even using half of the real estate, which is a small blessing.
Yeah, they're not using the downstairs. Which is, honestly, I think that's where I want to be fighting our friend here.
So, a little bit more about Bon Bon. He is a baby inside of a giant suit of armor that is adaptable with all sorts of other machines. And his voice actor is the same person who does Pikachu.
Oh. Alright. Damn it.
Looks like he's having none of your plan.
Also, flat broke my shield. Oh, don't you dare! So moving forward to dodge is actually one of the most effective things I find in this. Because you can walk through the missiles.
Kind of has a problem.
Yeah. Because you can walk through the missiles, you can walk through this. The clap, you can also walk through. There we go. A lot smoother than last time.
Are you alright?
You can definitely hear a lot of that Pikachu in there.
Back to the Gesellschaft.
What the heck happened to Tron and Bond? They should have been back by now. Oh, those two. No, I told them they were in charge, so I won't worry. I'll let them take care of it themselves. Hey, look at the clock! It's almost time for my favorite show! I almost missed it!
Next story. City Hall was attacked by a mysterious group of assailants this afternoon, but their offensive was beaten back by an equally mysterious young boy, pictured here on screen.
What? What? Who the heck is that blue boy? So Bond was defeated, but what about Tron? This is a potential disaster! We could end up losing a lot of money on this one! All right, it's obvious that I, Teaselbon, will have to assume command. Who needs that key anyway? It might take some time, and it might take some money, but who cares? I'll use my ultimate digging machine, the Marl Wolf, to dig up the treasure myself! And I won't let any little blue boy get in my way either! Huh? Wait a sec. Bond's probably okay, but what about Tron?
Teasel.
Mission complete.
That's Teasel.
Mega Man! Come on, let's go look for Gramps!
I'm sure City Hall's fine. We don't owe the
City
city so much money this time around.
Look, relatively speaking, City Hall is
Megaman,
fine.
Roll! Sorry to give you a scare like that. Don't you worry, though. I'm as healthy as I ever was.
That's a relief. We were worried about you, Gramps.
With your help, we were able to keep those pirates from getting the key to the ruins. Thank you.
Amelia says she'll give us a digger's license as thanks for helping her. Now we'll be able to look for parts to fix the flutter.
I know it's not much, but it's the least I can do for you.
Excuse me,
Another pack.
Your Honor. We got a new problem. Those pirates have started digging up the northern forest.
What? They weren't able to get the key, so they must be going after the treasure directly.
I'm amazed they'd go to that much trouble. Even if they are criminals, you've got to admire their persistence.
Who knows what will happen if they get their hands on the treasure? Inspector, I want you to arrest them immediately.
Yes, ma'am.
With what exactly, ma'am?
Yeah, I love the bonds so much. They're just so great. Like, alright, we're going to attack City Hall to get the keys to the ruins. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, screw it. Screw keys. We're just gonna dig a giant hole to get into the
They
ruins.
think they know diggers. We'll show them diggers.
Yeah, come on. We've got a giant flying scoop.
Also, this part is just kind of weird because they give you the Class B license, but they're going to give you the Class A license right after this, so why not just cut to the chase?
Yeah, you do have a little bit of exploration you can do with the class with this before you go
Wait a minute,
to
Mega Man. Going with you.
Yeah, I guess it's just a bit of a pacing thing, because you're right next to the next plot beat.
Mega
yeah,
Man.
it's literally right to the
Fix
north.
the car at the junk shop
Hey,
over
we got the
here.
car.
I may not have been able to get it fixed in time to help you before.
Even matches the Flutter's paint job. Also, it's double parked.
There goes the inspector and his men off to get
Well, I
the
mean,
pirates.
the cops are kind of busy at the moment.
I wonder if they'll be
That's
all
good.
right.
If they're using weapons like they did before, the inspector might have some trouble. Not to mention
that the pirates are likely to steal everything if they get there first.
Roll, I think I better go help them.
Be careful, Mega Man. I'll wait for you in the car. If you find some parts that you think might be useful, bring them back to me. I'll get them fixed up and attach them for you.
Right. See you later.
Alright, can we go around the rest of the town at this point, or is that...
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, sweet. Because I want to go to West Side.
Yeah, I'm looking at that red energy bar and thinking, like, man, there are some weird attacks that count as a shield break.
Yeah, there was one in that fight. This is on the PS1. This is a pre-twin stick PS1 title.
This is also allegedly for the N64, but you couldn't really see the game through all the fog.
Yeah, it did exist as Mega Man 64.
I was about to say something, but it looks like the game beat me to the punch.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I want to come back this way.
Yeah. Some of the garbage pails in downtown are intentionally empty because they're going to be filled with event stuff later. Yeah, I don't see that bald, wily motherfucker.
What the hell, dude?
Nope, still can't go in there.
Okay. Fine, cops say it's off limits. Let's go see what I can do with parts then.
Well, McSuttle, the thing is, generally the N64's 3D ages a lot better than PlayStation, even though PlayStation was more powerful. Just because there usually is a lot better art direction and stuff. Like, you look at Twisted Metal games, they look like shit now. Stuff like that. It really depends on what platform had the best art direction in their games and how the hardware held up.
Yeah. Alright. Start to roll.
Like, I can't praise the art direction in this game enough, especially some of the 2D textures for the faces, because, like, whether you think about it or not, 2D facial textures often have, like, they cheat with perspective, so your brain interprets it a little bit differently, and that's kind of, like, why you look at any given ArcSys Guilty Gear Zerd video where they turn the camera around in a way it's not supposed to and the 2D textures look all fucked up. Same sort of thing here.
Yeah.
They do some very good side faces in this game and good camera work.
So let's go item development. So this might be the most generic of our special weapons, the machine buster.
It's a machine gun. It does what it says on the tin.
Oh, I still need another part with the actually, let's change over to...
Yeah, because the machine gun's probably going to be a little more helpful.
Yeah. And then, as Roll said, we can spend cash to up different stats. Not all weapons have the same ups. Like, you can't fully up every weapon to everything. And a lot of weapons will have, like, a different thing on this final one. Special will change something about the weapon.
Yeah, special is just generally whatever unique aspect of the weapon is. This ought to do fine, though. Like, Roll's modifications get insanely expensive later on, too.
This is a game where money always has a purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not the best, but it, like, when I think of, like, just a generic weapon, like, this is the one that comes to mind. Obviously, there's a lot of better ones.
Also, just the splash mines serve their purpose here, but we're fighting in terrain where they probably aren't going to be that useful.
Yeah. No, MC Subtle. It's an interesting topic, looking at, like, older games like this and how they... Without my shield.
Yeah.
Fine.
Data will never stop gaslighting you. I kind of wish that they timed the music right in sync with Data's dance.
That'd be really good. All right.
It's almost there, and it keeps bothering me.
So here's that shield repair you were talking about.
Yeah. It is really nice that there is a purpose to going through Data's dialogue trees.
Yeah.
Because you just end up getting some stuff incidentally.
Alright. Anyway, let's head north.
Well, 9 had a specific art style, and like that's probably one of the biggest reasons why it is one of the best-looking PlayStation games. Final Fantasy VIII was going for much more realism, and that's why you end up with extremely fucked up Squall Face across the balcony looking like the game is frozen.
Hey, here comes somebody else.
Uh-oh.
Doesn't look like a police officer. Hey, it's that blue guy again.
We are definitely not a
Show
cop.
him, just like we showed that officer. He ain't gonna lose this time.
So another thing that you'll notice about the Machine Buster when you're circle strafing, it has an arc. So it's a bit trickier to line up than it is with your Buster, which you're used to the auto tracking at this point. The auto tracking is limited to your Buster. Most special weapons don't have tracking of their own.
Yeah. Alright, I remember there being important things in these houses later.
Also, this is one of those myths that I'm convinced is real, but I want to say that the RNG for dropping money off of those tanks changes depending on whether or not you're able to shoot them from a safe distance or whether or not they've noticed you and are attacking. For like a high risk, high reward sort of thing, you know?
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, Mega Man doesn't have a helmet right now. Strange that.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'm sure they'll have one in Mega Man Legends too. They'll have thought about that. That one was taking a nap. I caught that Servbot napping.
I really, really enjoy how much personality the Servbots have.
Yeah. Come on.
Range as it is translated in gameplay.
Yep.
It's always fun.
So I like that when you're moving forward, you can actually get like double, triple taps on the how it sounds.
It gets especially wild in Mega Man Legends 2 because there's a glitch that lets you just have super rapid fire while doing that.
Okay.
Oh wow. Shots called, MC Subtle.
Yeah. I remembered this again. I remember this house being important for that specific reason.
Oh, maybe there's another reason why it's of value.
So here we start getting access to interesting parts.
Yeah, combinations of stat increases. Those get very important because you only have 2 Buster parts that you can equip at a time right now. And as such, there are combinations really early on that will just max out one of your stats. But at the same time, you're starting to realize, man, it's not just all about attack power, huh? They're only firing 3 dinky shots. Sure, they're powerful. They're short range and slow.
Yeah.
It becomes more about how you can effectively balance your stats without tanking your power too much.
So here, this is just an obvious upgrade, is why I bought it. But later we'll be doing some like changes to Rapid, and also I guess everything's back because I'm in the building.
Yep, gotta reload.
You don't get your like 1 square grace period or whatever, you know?
You know, I'm honestly glad that you thought to increase your energy. I didn't because I was a stubborn jackass and I was having a time through most of this.
Getting some cash is gonna be good too. Again, we saw the flak jacket as one of the upgrades that we can purchase, and that's a really powerful upgrade we can purchase. As it's like we take quarter or 25% less damage. We'll be seeing those throughout the game.
Yeah, this game has a lot of ways to help you if you're really hurting for damage.
Oop, the doubler.
Wonder if the servbots don't believe in cell phones for this very reason. Everything they pilot just gets blown up all the time, so why have anything of significant value on your person?
They keep everything they own on the ship.
Which also just blows up for no reason.
Alright. Special items... Nope, not the...
Yeah, that's the other thing that I'm, like... The closer woods and the ass planes are weird because Roll doesn't come out there in the support car even when the area is clean of enemies.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just as empty as any other location.
Okay, 5,000 Zenny. We're making our way up.
Now, unfortunately, I have to report that servbots are better than nets. It's just a fact of life.
Don't do that. You can like shoot these servbots. Don't do that.
It took me a decade to learn this lesson.
Don't shoot the servbots. They're already having a hard time.
Honestly, we make a lot of decisions that we regret early in life, and then we just learn that you're not supposed to be doing these things. Spend an entire LP blowing up every servbot you see, and then 10 years later, you're like, ooh.
Whoops.
Yeah, that's no bueno.
Ooh. We have this entrance here. We're gonna kind of avoid that for now, but we will be back there. And...
Yeah, there are some 2D textures that you can occasionally pick up.
Yep. Alright, again, we're back to another pirate boss.
Well, nothing happens if you blow them all up. You are just an ass.
This game,
you're above consequences.
This game does have like a quote-unquote morality system where the color of Mega Man's armor will change lighter or darker based on specific acts in the game. There was a book that mentioned it. It doesn't affect almost anything in this game. I remember in 2 it has a little bit more of an effect.
It has an effect in 2. Shops have a discount based on how good or how bad you are.
Alright, so here you can see the digging that they did. So check this out. That's the entrance to the ruins, and they've just, like, made a quarry around it. It rules. Well, alright, well, screw this. We don't have the key to the front door? Fine.
I would think that they'd want to make a narrower tunnel than this if they're just going in deep.
What gives? I dig, and I'm still nowhere near the bottom.
Minecraft-ass quarry.
Maybe we will need that key after all.
Master Teasel, we were beaten. That blue boy is heading this way.
He's coming. All right, everyone, quit digging. Our priority now is to get rid of our little blue friend, all right? Be careful and don't be fooled by his size. He's already beaten Bon and Tron. Let's do it.
Roger.
Whoop.
So this boss is kind of a brick wall because it's not actually that clear as to where you're supposed to be hitting it to damage it at first.
Mission
Yeah,
start!
it says, you know, shoot the treads, then shoot.
Also this.
God damn it. I think that's my shield just gone, right?
Yep, it is. Those green energy shots are going to be the bane of your resistance.
Won't even scratch my face.
So shooting the treads actually does sort of do a thing that helps.
Paying attention. I'm not gonna get through this robot car.
All of the tanks are just completely whiffing.
What does he think he's doing?
Okay, so now you've slowed it down considerably.
Yep, so we're gonna do a little bit of clearing out. Because there's a number of tanks, as you can kind of see. Also gonna...
Yeah, the other problem here, too, is that while you were busy doing this and not focusing the camera on Marlwolf, it can just be firing those stupid energy blasts at
Yeah,
you.
you can hear them. There's like a woo, like wind up. But you can't do too much to dodge.
Yeah, they also have some really powerful tracking. They have a quite a long range.
Come on. Yeah, so here's what it means by the slowdown. It just gets stuck in place a lot.
Yeah, because the treads. This is one of the boss fights that is supposed to teach you about the dodge roll, because that's how you're going to be dealing with a lot of those green energy blasts. You just kind of have to iframe through it because their tracking is so powerful and the range is so long.
So what's the dodge roll? That's like side jump?
R1 and X together.
Huh. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, like that. R1 and L. R1 or L1. Yeah, dodge to the left, dodge to the right. Got a pool in the back.
So now... Can I get up higher? I think the other side actually has a way I can get up higher.
Yeah, the other side has a...
Here it is.
Use it. No, that's the entrance.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
I was like, I know there's a spot that actually I can... Yeah, so that was the part where it's like, yep, that's just going on off camera.
It would really help this fight if the Marlwolf was not able to fire on you when it's not in camera range.
Okay. So here...
Fortunately, you're safe from those blasts in here. If you stay on it for too long, then it will try to sideswipe you a little bit. Also, the hatch will occasionally fire out a bunch of drone bombers.
Yep.
The drone bombers are the worst because they'll just explode right in your face and you'll get knocked off.
Yep. So that's about a third, though. If we can get back on there and maybe use the machine gun, we can finish this up. God, you jerk.
Assuming it doesn't do that all the time.
Where's that firing? That's fine.
The good news is that those energy blasts only occur in bomb fights. You'll never see robots use those.
Yeah. Like, there are other attacks than energy blasts, as we've seen, that can break the shield, but it's mostly just things like that.
Yeah, that one is definitely the most infamous.
Yep, sure, uh-huh.
If you think this is great, imagine how it would be with a bunch of tanks shooting at you.
Yeah, so this is the kind of the end of the, like, set of pirate bosses for the like, kind of first chunk of the game.
And sometimes if you do enough damage, then it will just like take more damage on its own. Like, good job.
There we go.
What are you standing around for? Put out the fire! Put it out!
The automated fire extinguishers aren't working.
What? It's inconceivable! How could a little punk like that ever defeat me?
How much does he think it cost to build that in the first place? I'm gonna get him. If it's the last thing I ever do, I'm gonna get him.
Master Teasel, are you alright? Master Teasel?
Just you wait. Oh, you're mine, Blue Boy. I'll get you.
The super sad music.
Time to go home.
Welp, we're done
Kinda,
here.
like makes me think that Diesel's gonna start walking off into the sunset.
Right. That's some, like, ending of an episode of The Incredible Hulk. Bruce Banner walking down the street music.
Megaman, can you hear me? Claire says there's something real important she has to talk with you about. Can you come back here?
Hi, yes, you owe the city
I'll head
$100,000.
back to City Hall.
I mean, they won't say that out loud. They'll just say the word donations over and over and strong arm you into it.
If only we'd known there was someone like him here in the first place. We won't fail next time. We'll ambush him, concentrate our firepower on him. We won't cut him any slack just because we outnumber him. That kid's going down.
Just wait till you see, Teasel.
Tag yourself.
I've got a new robot I've been wanting to build that'll do the trick. That'll teach him.
This time, we get rid of Blue Boy for sure, and get that treasure!
This coffee sure tastes good.
Every
Megaman,
scene,
good
every time.
going! You showed those pirates who's boss!
Oh, can I thank you? You've done so much for us. Hope this will convince those pirates to give up.
Well, this little
I'm
bit
afraid
was
to
that
think
coffee
what might
sure
happen if
tastes
they get their
good.
hands on the treasure.
Like, really quiet by a serve
Legends
bot in the
say a
corner.
horrible disaster
Yeah, some of the
will
audio
come against
balancing is kind of,
Yeah, a lot of the cuts, the
Even if that's just a
like
minute.
captioned cutscenes aren't balanced well against the music in the background,
The
so
Reaver bots are apparently
apologies
activating of their own accord.
for that. That's why we're trying to stay quiet over those scenes.
Maybe there's
yeah,
some
and
truth to those stories
some of
about a
them
horrible
are
disaster.
supposed to be that because they are supposed to
I
be
wonder.
background conversation.
Megaman, would you be willing to explore the caves and dungeons on the island?
Which mayor do you think she
and
is?
see if you can find anything?
Like this town's been around for 100 years. Like, how many mayors do you think they've had?
You will?
Given how chill everything
Oh,
is and
thank you so
how
much.
relatively peaceful everything
you'll
is,
need
probably
this.
like 3 or 4. Get a good 25-year run and then
Only
Yeah.
everything's on
individuals
fire.
are able to
Yep.
get a Class A license. The best of the best. With that license, you'll be able to get into the sealed-off sites. The ones those pirates have been trying to break into. I give you my permission to dig in the island's subgates. Just let me know if you find anything that can tell us about the treasure or that disaster that's supposed to happen if the treasure's disturbed.
Like, all the pirates needed to do was,
I
like,
hate to
fake
mention
having somebody beat off the pirate
If
attack.
while you're digging, you find anything of value, It would mean a lot to us if you could.
Yeah, I don't
donate
think
to
they
help
were
with the
thinking that
restoration
many
of the
steps
sea.
ahead because they were just so
Thank
used to
you again.
being able to blitzkrieg everything.
Mhm.
Be careful.
Alright, speaking of donate, 8 grand. We're close to the flak armor.
Speaking of donate, if you subscribe to twitch.tv/slyo9 now, we'll be doing us a world of good. He's a great variety streamer.
It's true, you can get access to a cool skull and a slime. That's new. That one's new as of like 3 days ago I put that up.
I mean, I know I'm biased because I'm currently in a call with him, but I'm also correct.
Alright, so we have the Class A license, as you said, opens up a lot. Oh god, I don't have the money for... I'm sorry, no.
Top priority is probably just going to be the police station, just so you can get side quests. Everything else is fluff.
Yep. I think right now, though, we should be... For one, I need to go to the car. Which is right here. Because I think we can do the helmet.
Yeah, you can just get the helmet right now. It's only one item.
I like that the helmet is an optional thing.
Yeah. Mega Man already has a really good hairstyle and everything. It's both cosmetic and also, like, it's just plus. That's really all the helmet is good for. Just a little bit of damage resistance and also some good old Dark Souls plus.
Yeah. Like, your shield doesn't break as quickly. It also has, like, obviously the look is the other thing. So what's under special items?
It's also kind of weird because in some cutscenes they don't render the helmet, while in others it's fine. It might have to do with just like how much side face they're using, and maybe the helmet just didn't look good from that angle.
Yeah. I love that construction workers are just wearing med hats. I'm right there with you, Knave. The Bonds are my favorite, and I feel bad for them continuously losing.
Especially since they always seem to have like a financial consequence attached to it when they lose. Tron is really, really good at making stuff, especially just jerry-rigging something up together from scrap. But even she has to look at the price tag of everything.
Yep.
Cole never needs to do that.
Alright. So I should finally be able to go to the west side. Which, there's a lot of, like, odd minigame stuff here. There's the TV station, and then the side quest of this area.
Yeah, weird how Uptown got evacuated right away, but downtown, oh, they're taking their time.
Oh, we can't check out the museum yet. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit later.
Has anyone ever told you your eyes look soulless?
What's wrong with your face?
Oh, here we go. Like, it's the art style, really. Alright.
Yeah.
We got TV. We're gonna watch some golf.
Holy shit, I love Mega Man Legends TV so much because they're
Ooh.
just like 20p.
It's us.
Nothing else. Wow, I can't believe Mega Man came out on the Atari 2600.
Sorry, the joke is the American healthcare system. Sorry.
Same.
That's...
I mean, that's my fetish, being able to go into a hospital and just ask her something relatively minor.
Ooh. There we go.
I think that's everything.
Yeah, is that enough for the fan?
I think that's enough for the fan. Might as well go and take a look. Also, Roll is in a very weird place on this map.
Yeah, let's go up there. Well, that's nice.
Okay, I'm glad you told me, a total stranger. I don't know, it seems to be doing okay.
Something's missing. Do you think I should add?
Yo!
The amount of shade they let you get away
I'm fresh
with.
out of red, which is why I haven't been using it, but I suppose it is a little drab. There's nothing wrong with this colder look either.
So anyway, yeah, the support car spawns up here. It's kind of a long trek up when you have most of your business downstairs.
Yep. Someone stole every boat. Well, let's go see what Wiley's up to, shall we? So yeah, we ran into Wiley a little earlier. Wiley just runs a boat shop.
So, Mega Man Classic, evil scientist bent on world domination. Mega Man X Series, vague, indeterminate, parasitic force that possesses robots. Mega Man Legends, just some guy who runs a boat shop.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you were able to point out that trash can too. Nice job.
Yeah. Sure.
You know, I'm honestly surprised that Dr. Wily is not as ripped as he should be when he's constantly dealing with heavy-duty machinery.
Item development. We should be able to make the fan. No, we're missing a part for the vacuum still?
Oh, jeez. Let's see. You got the broken motor, the broken cleaner, and...
No, I don't have the cleaner yet.
Okay.
That's the missing piece. So... Anyway, there's the car.
Yeah. Wow, I've never actually checked out that building before.
That was days ago?
Apparently.
How long have we been here?
Okay, let's see here.
Alright,
Yeah, the new station is mostly the big repository for all sorts of mini games.
yeah, we can check some of them out here.
So a couple of these mini games are a little bit tricky unless you know the rhythm to it. Like Beast Hunter, you're kicking a ball at this dog and you're getting points. The thing is, the most points that I've ever been able to get off of this, realistically, is 18. And even that's just like, you're in the zone. You know exactly how the script works. The game never... Like, there's no RNG in this game. It's always the exact same sequence. So once you learn the sequence and get into the rhythm, then you're getting pretty consistent scores.
Alright, there are
Also, you
real
have to do this, like, 4
prizes.
times.
Yeah, it's because you keep going up on rank, and, like, getting up at a high enough rank to, like, bypass a rank doesn't bypass it. You just have to keep going. Dang it.
I don't know, you're getting into the swing of things pretty well.
Yeah, I can't hit the speed dog, though.
Yeah, rank A is like 16 hits.
Yeah, I think it's +2 every time. Oh yeah, it gives you all these controls like, hey, look, you can adjust your kick or whatever, but, like, no, just...
Yeah, it's just a bunch of fluff that distracts you from the meat and potatoes, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of music, yeah, this is why, like, Megaman Legends has an awful lot of, like, public domain classical music and stuff that it uses.
Yep. Okay. So I need to hit both bonus dogs. So this is the final rank.
I think you need to go over par. Oh.
Oh, we're good.
All right, cool.
And this is one of this is the prize I remember getting here.
Yeah, this is also probably the hardest of the mini games.
Came in and then... So that gets us... actually,
Zetsumbra is part of a combo that you need to equip the blade arm.
Yeah, does that... Oh yeah, here it is.
Yeah. It's Toy Sword.
Toy Sword. Alright, and then the other contest we're gonna do...
TK Cat, if they named it the Zonta Saber, I think they would be dangerously close to a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Balloon Fantasy is one that...
I love these faces so much.
Yeah.
Look at these damn faces.
Anyway, Balloon Fantasy is the one that has you just make a Buster Part configuration that takes your attack power and puts it all into range and energy and rapid.
Yeah.
If you have like max energy and if you have like good enough energy and rapid, then it doesn't matter how many penalty balloons you hit. You just like mow down everything.
Yeah, you just do this. But it's all about like attack speed.
Yeah.
Also, the music in here is recognizable.
So this is the basic strategy for Balloon Fantasy. You just stay in the back and strafe around. If you try to get in the middle or move forward, then you're in for a world of hurt because the balloons will probably duck behind you.
Yep. And I think this is the 4 phases, so...
Fortunately, you don't have to wait around a whole lot because the timer itself is your par score.
Right, and I think this one I might actually need to do some Buster Part creation.
Yeah, unless you are good enough of a shot to just like...
Oh god, that's close.
It is.
I might be able to do that. I'm gonna try again. Ah, I couldn't afford that second.
Okay, we're in that part of the thing. It's like I'm close, but
yeah,
I don't feel like trying to reconfigure my stuff, but I'm close.
I missed one. Yeah, it's like I could come back later with a reconfigure, but that's... Oh, ha.
Good. Okay, cool.
Perfect. So we get a
mystic orb.
Alright, we got the orb.
Anyway, there's the 2 mini games that we can do right now. There's a third, but we don't have the means to do it just yet.
Yep. Thanks for orb. I can see some television channels.
Is that a Keyblade they're advertising on Channel 1?
Yeah, if you call that number, 241-6969, nice.
Pick the phone.
Pick up the
Dial
phone.
these numbers.
Yeah, infinity. Alright, let's go pick up that paint.
Oh, and by the way, let's see. You already got the broken motor downtown, you got the broken propeller in Uptown, which means that the broken cleaner is in Wall Market.
Yep.
So it's right on the way.
I think it's in the other, I think it's in a spot I just passed earlier. We grabbed that.
Yeah, it's in the electronics shop, I think. Like, it's in the box right by it.
Yeah. Not this one.
Yeah, 1 sec.
Yep. So here's the electronic goods shop. And there's our broken cleaner. Hip bone. And where else could we check out in here that we haven't yet checked? We went into the record shop. I think we went everywhere in this, actually. Let's check out... We'll go into the parts center again here.
Yeah, to take care of something. So I think we should have new parts in stock.
Yeah, so we can buy the flak jacket, which is a kind of an auto purchase.
Not yet. Huh.
No, not yet. Oh, hold on.
$100 units always sounds fine, but then it's just like the canteen goes up to 99.
Yeah, and I could spend the rest of my cash on some life bar stuff, but I've also got like upgrades for my weaponry, which is important as well.
Mm-hmm.
Playing this on, yeah, this is on this is emulated at the Mo. It was dumb. This morning I was like, all right, I can just use my disc, right? Like I just have the damn thing. And then I realized I don't actually have a disk drive on this computer. Also, Bird.
Also, rendering this at double the resolution just makes it look a whole lot better.
That too. It is actually significantly better on the character models, on the upscaled resolution.
Yeah, I just can't go back to 1x native resolution and just look like a whole mess of Lego blocks and stuff.
Like the buildings look about the same. It's specifically the character models that look a lot different. All right, so we've got.
That sort of rendering is also why you just end up getting a lot of tearing on some of the models.
You're back. Hmm?
The PlayStation was not built
What's
to handle
that?
rendering on this
Hey,
scale.
could I borrow that for a second?
Is that a small like doll there? What was that in the?
That's it. That's perfect. That's exactly what it needed. Thank you so much.
So yeah, we got some red lipstick from one of
Oh,
the
would you
clothing
look at the
shops.
time. I better be going.
Zoop! Goodbye.
And away I go.
Oh,
Breathe.
it was a lamppost. I thought it was a small doll she was just carrying under her arm there, but no, it was a lamppost.
Textures get kind of whack.
All right. We want to get a new upgrade.
This one is not so much a weapon as it is a very useful quality of life item.
Yes. So broken motor, broken propeller, broken cleaner become the vacuum arm. So yeah, we get to use this for like picking things up. Also, the first thing I want to do with it,
Enhance. Zoom. Enhance.
So
this is the most important thing to do. You immediately do this. Yeah, now it's infinite.
yeah, this is the one like kind of mandatory upgrade for it is the very cheap energy upgrade. Everything else
the
is...
other important thing too is that this weapon is really cheap to max out, and the range definitely helps. Obviously, it just like it goes all over the place. The suction speed is really nice because it is a near instantaneous grabbing of all refractors in the area.
Yeah. So we can't get speed 3 on it, that's fine.
Yeah. We got plenty at the moment.
Just can't upgrade normal fist.
Weird that. So one of the most important things about the vacuum arm is that, as you might have noticed, running around gathering refractor shards is a gigantic pain because the D-pad does not allow for movement that precise. So the vacuum arm is a big help. It's also not much of a penalty to your offense because your Buster gun gets really strong.
Yeah, your Buster, like, again, when I think of Mega Man games that aren't this, you think, oh, like, a lot of the times your non-Buster options are your, like, go-to, like, your normal, like, this is your normal damage thing. You think of Mega Man 2, and it's Metal Blade, things like that. But, like, your Buster in this game is real. It's your go-to. It's, like, obviously there are special weapons that are going to be stronger than it. There's gonna be special weapons that are dumber than it. Shining Laser does exist, you know, but... Alright, I think from here we actually are at the point where I want to, go to, like, one of the ruins?
Yeah, probably. Mostly because the side quests that would be available right now aren't, because the police station is still kind of messed up.
Yeah. Oh, we can go in here now.
Yeah. I appreciate how they made it look like Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins, too.
Yeah, and also, and then Juno as well, which I didn't actually realize. I'd never noticed that.
Yeah, it's kind of great.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah, I do think that Arcade Pit used this track at some point.
As you mentioned before, a lot of the music in this game just sort of is like this. Alright, we got a map of the island. You can see...
Also, if you press the select button, you can see a map of the island.
Yep. So the three main, the big circles are the three, like... They're not the main gate, that's the X, but they're like their own dungeons. Those are the three main dungeons we need to go into.
Yeah. The island is surprisingly spherical.
Yeah.
It's just like a pie with chunks taken out of it.
Just an obelisk, you know, not menacing at all.
You know, art. I feel like you're going to spin around all the exhibits and you'll eventually reach the painting that is just a picture of Mario's ass from Super Mario
And then this powerful sculpture. Alright.
So, anyway, the point of the museum is that the lady that you saw before painting her portrait with is the curator of the museum. And if you happen to find any sort of weird or strange artifacts, then you can bring them over here and she will display them. A lot of it is mostly fluff, but there is some profit to be had in there.
Yeah, can I even get up these damn stairs?
Yeah, you can. It's just the entrance.
Okay,
yeah,
okay, there we go.
It's not obvious.
I'm like trying to walk, and I'm like, wait a minute. I remember something's weird here. Yeah, that's the Ornstein and Smo skip stairs. 100%. Yeah, so there's not a lot of displays upstairs at the moment.
Hi there. Thanks for helping me out before. Thanks to you,
Great
I was
Emerald's
able to
power.
finish my painting. I just paint for fun in my spare time. My real job is here, working as the curator. Why don't you take a look around? I know there's not much here, but... Wait! You're a digger, aren't you? If you find anything interesting on one of your digs, could you bring it here and show it to me? If it's really good, I could display it here. You will? Great, thanks.
This island must
You're
have
a
a
digger,
hell of a public
right?
works project for
If you
the
find
arts and
something
humanities.
interesting on
Yeah.
one of your digs,
No admission
Bring it here
fee,
and
just
show
sort of
me.
walk in and
I'll
they have
evaluate it
stuff.
for you, and if it's really nice, I'll put it on display here.
The museum was standing before they came to the island. And also, you can see the...
Yeah, funny about that. It's like a free repository for artifacts.
So there's the painting, actually, that she was...
Yeah, now it has like... I'm starting to see it. The red definitely brought out a lot of it.
Yep. Alright, anyway, we don't have anything for this at the moment, but there's a lot to be found.
It's also weird that she has fully voiced clips for absolutely everything you bring in.
Yeah. Voicing in this game continuously surprises me, where like certain characters are voiced and I wouldn't expect it.
Yeah, I mean, voice acting is expensive, both on disc size and just in general. So it's nice to be sporadic, but then it's just like, why put voice acting here? It's not bad or anything, it's just weird.
Alright, so... I guess let's go south. That's, I think, the first accessible one.
Yeah. Cardin Ruins is... yeah, the first one. Necessary and proper clause.
There we go.
I wonder what the baker is thinking about all of this.
Like, they keep putting the can back out there.
Yeah, it's just one of those chicken and egg situations where they throw out the can that you're constantly kicking back in there, and it's just an endless feedback loop.
Oh. Welcome back, Birdnoise.wav. It's been a little while.
You know, if I wanted to be really uncharitable about this game, the vacuum arm is a feature that probably should have just been built in the first place.
Yeah, I actually agree with that pretty heavily. Like, the fact that it takes up your slot is a bit of an annoyance.
I would have been a lot more annoyed if not for the fact that your buster really is a good weapon.
Okay, we can't annoy birds with this. Sure, it'd be nice if you could get the hell off our island.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Boy.
I detected that exact same tone and cadence out of that guy. There's also another entrance to the sub-ruins.
Yeah, I think that's right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's check that out first.
Might as well.
We can do that, we can do the other one, and then that's probably a stream, right?
Yeah, that's a good third of the game.
Yeah.
Including side quest stuff. The thing is, this game flies by rather quickly, even when you are doing everything. All things considered, it is a pretty short game.
Yeah, like 8 to 10 hours, kind of, maybe a little more, because I'm just going off and spending a lot of time showing off things.
It doesn't feel like it, though, is the thing.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been here forever, and it's still, like...
Oop.
Yeah.
Don't have a jump for those.
No dice.
There's actually a bit of that in this room.
Almost like this area is directly linked to the Cardin Ruins and thus to the thing that would probably get you that height. I see the Zelda puzzle logic.
Yeah. Alright, let's head this way.
I mean, at least they are nice enough to give you these little ramps and stuff. So those little white Reaver bots are odd because they always give you one refractor shard. And it is usually a big one.
Yeah, just one shard.
It is very helpful that it's a much larger chance to just get the biggest refractor instead of just a purple or green one.
You know, I don't actually know what the values are on all those.
50, 100, 250, 500 in that order.
Okay. Oh. Check out what we got up there.
Mm-hmm. By the way, those pylons suck a whole bunch. They do a ton of damage.
Yeah, you don't want to be hit by these dumb things.
They even affect enemies, oddly enough.
Cube. Oh, there we go. Our first real use of that.
I'm glad you saw it coming too.
So here's our friend.
You almost never see that attack.
It's basically a double version of the boss we fought at the beginning, with some new moves, of course.
Yeah, normally this thing is supposed to be chasing you around this area, and you're just supposed to be avoiding it, because it is a pretty tanky boy for this point in the game.
Yep. But we're pretty reliably able to dodge most of these moves.
I am also really glad that they gave you a bit of space in the back to fight them in. It's just yeah, you want to fight this guy? Okay, well here, let me give you an arena. Good job. Have at it.
And here we go. All that cash.
So if the vacuum arm gets maxed out on its suction speed, then you just get all of those refractors instantly.
Let's see if we can see this one get knocked around by one of those dumb things.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
Nice.
We got real tight quarters here.
Yeah, it's not so great when you have enemies in these extremely narrow corridors. Also, given that they wind around a whole bunch, you get a lot of that early PlayStation
Camera.
like the transparency sort of thing.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, in most situations, this is a big enough arena to fight them in.
Yeah, but what if we fought them like this instead?
It's a strat.
Indeed. Also, we have enough damage to kind of knock them over pretty quick, so... Yeah, and then we get... So we got the antenna ones. As I kind of showed off earlier, they like, if you knock out the antenna ones... Like, I think those are, like, the kind of, like, controller ones. Like,
yeah,
they
if
don't...
you knock out the antenna ones, then the others just stop functioning.
Yeah, because they just don't have any, like, anything controlling them.
Which is a really good touch.
Hey, we get a prize.
One of the things that I love the most about Reaverbots is how they all share the same aesthetic.
Yes.
Like, the red eye is very prevalent among all Reaverbots.
Yeah, like, you know when you're fighting a Reaver bot versus when you're fighting, like, a, you know, something like the Bonds made or things like that. Okay. Oop.
Oop.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think this is one of the importanter ones. Stop it.
Yeah, that's an instance of sometimes the tracking gets kind of wonky.
Yeah.
Those little robots are generally not worth bothering with because they're just sort of an annoyance and you can't hurt them while they are stationary.
You got it.
Nope, not dealing with that.
Nope. I'm good. Alright. Keep on moving through these sub-ruins.
And would you look at that? We wrapped around.
Yep. So here we are on the top in the beginning area.
The ruins generally have good insulated design, like the sections of the level that you're exploring relative to your point in the game wrap around themselves pretty nicely. They're just sort of like cordoned off, but they're also connected. If that makes sense.
Ooh, Buster Unit.
Buster Unit is pretty good.
Maybe now we got green shot. Ah!
Here comes the mimic.
Okay, we came through that door.
And we can go in here.
So this leads around to, again, an area we saw earlier.
Yeah, this is the first area right over by Wall Market.
I think that's the loop.
Yeah. But we're not interested in Wall Market right now. We're just trying to get to the first dungeon.
Yep. So yeah, I think that's everything in this area for us. We can't get over to that side right now.
Yeah, that's just straight up, you need a high jump.
Yeah. So, we're gonna take the exit, which is right here, I think. Yeah, there it is. Well, we got ourselves a Buster part upgrade, and we got ourselves a lot of money. Fought a little mini-boss.
This part of the game is really nice from just an aesthetic perspective. This is your job. This is what you do.
Yep. I mean, we're trying to find things to repair our ship. That's our goal. Uh-huh.
Yeah. But this is your 9 to 5.
Yep. Oh, goodbye. Oh my god.
She is booking it.
Yeah, goodbye. Alright.
Right for the entrance to the other ruins that we just came out of.
Got to buy Miss Tron the time she needs to finish the robot.
Oh no.
Okay, everybody, on your toes. Show Miss Tron what we can do.
Yeah, apparently you can just sort of
Come to
leave
back
if
you
you
up,
want.
Megaman. May not be able to do much. If you get in trouble, get inside the car, okay? Get you back to safety.
Look at that top speed.
So Roll's car has the
Just a little
same
bit more,
physics as any
Megaman.
other
We're
car.
almost
She
there.
can run you over by accident. She will apologize. I mean, you're still taking a hit, but
If you
she
get in
did
trouble, use
apologize.
the car as a shield.
The car is also super sturdy. I don't believe it can actually be destroyed. And it runs along the set track, so you're free to just sort of get out of the way, although it will be blocked by tanks, and you'll have to get rid of those in order to progress.
There we go. That's the range I want.
That is not the range you wanted. Look, this thing's an old station wagon. It doesn't turn on a dime, okay?
Oh, don't hit the start bot. Okay.
It's like one of those safety training regimens that that the police station has you take when you get your first ticket, and it's like nobody wants to run over an animal, but you got to do it sometimes if you want to be concerned about personal safety.
Don't do it!
He got out of the way. It's fine.
Okay.
Megaman.
Oh god.
Stand back.
Start bot, get out of the way.
Certified.
No, 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 no. Okay, okay.
Just sort of sleepwalking through everything like a Popeye cartoon.
Alright, so this also gives us our ability to save.
There's really no significant reason to go to other parts of that section of the map.
Yeah.
Right there at the dungeon.
Unlike the north side, there's not a lot on this side from memory.
Yeah, it's also one of those things where, like, the game prioritizes having Roll's warp points right next to a plot beat or something like that. And most of the time that is really convenient, except for weird cases like Uptown where all the side questy stuff is way in the back.
There's that Reaverbot eye. And Birdnoise.wav.
Okay, proper dungeon number 1.
Yep. So it even it has its own look.
This music is also extremely haunting. A lot of the
You hear me, Megaman?
sub-game music is kind of
Picking up
really
high
creepy.
energy readings
Yep.
from close by. It looks like it's a refractor. A big one, too.
Sweet. Oh, that was easy.
The refractor shielded? Most high-level refractors are protected in some kind of shield. You'll have to look for the
I gotta
control
wonder why
console
all
and
of the
deactivate the
important
shield.
stuff continues to sustain all of its defenses well into all this. And like,
I
oh,
figured...
sure, all of the doors and stuff are fine, but like the shielding can't
Nothing.
fail. Really?
Looks like the starter's missing.
I feel like
It's
that's something they send
somewhere
somebody
nearby.
down to
You'll have to
fix,
find
you know?
it. Remember,
I mean,
there
they
might
would
be
if it was
more than
ruined-
one
if it wasn't
starter key
ruins.
too.
Just nobody's ever entered because of all those deaths. Anyway, we need 3 keys. You can see the 3 little holes there. So we gotta go through the dungeon and find ourselves 3 keys.
This is honestly one of the things that they don't teach you about over in Tutorial Dungeon Land.
And we got a different set of enemies in this place.
It's honestly not as big of a pain as you'd think to get those keys either. Trying to lock on and hit the mosquito pod is a giant pain sometimes because the tracking doesn't really handle multiple enemies up front very well.
Yeah.
Also, if you'll notice that clacking sound, those footsteps belong to probably one of the most dangerous reader bot types in the game.
Yeah, can we see our friend yet?
Doesn't seem that way.
Oop.
Oh, there he is.
So
This thing is
these...
mega aggressive.
Yeah. I remember the final dungeon just being full of them.
Yeah, as you can see, they have a ton of mobility. They like to jump all over the place, and they can get pretty high and get their way on a terrain you didn't think possible. There are no guaranteed safe spaces with these guys.
Oh my god. There we go. Yeah, because they can...
It's also nice that the yeah, they're constantly doing stuff like that.
They're most dangerous when you run into them with, like, you know, in either pairs or with a friend backing them. Ooh. Damn it. There, we got it all in one pile.
It's especially nice when your suction speed is at max and then, like, it automatically maps on your position. There's no, like, the speed is just set to 9999999 like a record keeper.
Yeah. Max speed. Instacast. Oop.
Oh, there's a thing, oh.
Yep, let's go grab that thing. See, I got a good bout of platforming in
Did
this.
you find anything? I'm picking up a faint signal. That must
All
be
of
the starter
PlayStation
key.
and 64 era games,
Keep
and
looking. There's probably a few more
just having
lying
a
around
whole bunch of
somewhere.
items be nothing but 2D textures.
Yep. Alright. So let me quick check the outer rim here. Oh. The wall looks different on the mini-map. I don't think refractors are radioactive. You can see up there. There's more to this room. So, anyway, that's one out of the way.
Yeah. This dungeon is actually a lot smaller than it looks.
Yeah, I remember the other dungeons being a lot more, well, larger. I don't think I want to go down there quite yet, also.
It's one of those situations where they have you meander around a bunch, and also the design pacing is like... It's just sort of like a lot of... The design is very tightly packed, so there's a lot of stuff going on, and you're constantly looking and finding new things.
Remember the first time you went on a dig, Mega Man? I wasn't used to being a spotter, and you ended up getting lost underground for 3 days. Remember?
Yeah, I do,
Lucky that
actually.
Gramps
Thanks
seemed
for
to
bringing
help us.
that up
I
again.
don't know what I would have
out of
done if you
nowhere.
hadn't been there.
Glad you did. Me, like, what the hell, roll? This one takes kind of a while.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, there's still one in here. So yeah, this one's rusted shut, so
There's something there. It looks like some kind of compactor or something.
Way ahead of you, roll.
Did you find another starter? That's 2. Only 1 more to go.
keep checking these. These are, again, they tend to be the biggest, like, payoffs from memory. These tiny side rooms.
As evidenced by the 300s that you picked out of the wall.
Oh yeah, that's the big money.
I mean, I say that, but then you find another hole. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we are. I was gonna say, I know it's around here. Look, that's bigger money.
I do enjoy the fact that all the hole money that you find has just a bunch of random values attributed to it.
Yep.
Really helps keep up the aesthetic a whole lot.
Yeah, the gates are really cool. All the different looking gates, all the different, like, kind of areas. Also happy that enemies don't respawn in this place yet, so...
Like, they share a bunch of themes, but they are wildly different from each other.
Right. Okay, so that's 2. I think we gotta go up top for the 3rd. So we'll go grab that. And then we'll go get ourselves a refractor. And no other
Notice
complications.
how relatively quick and painless this has all been.
Yeah, I'm sure nothing else will happen. Okay, and then... quick scan of the room. So yeah, now we're up here, and there's this. Spring set, alright. Oh, and another hole.
Yeah. Might just
Doesn't
be the
look
solution
like
to our
there are any
jumping
big
problems.
Reaver bots here.
Wow, way to kill the mood.
Sorry, Roll, what was that? I was grabbing the skeleton.
I said there were no bosses in this dungeon. Okay, thanks. Yeah, we got ourselves a little timed puzzle here.
And?
That's it. Now you should be able to access the console.
Yeah. This is that spot earlier that I had pointed out on the minimap that was like weird. So yeah, we're done?
This took roughly 15 minutes. How far into a Zelda dungeon would you have been by this point?
Depends on the dungeon. But this is very quick. Now we can just go ahead and put in our 3 keys. I'm sure, again, no complications, right?
Yeah, smooth sailing from here.
Here's one of those no hat scenes.
Nothing's happening?
Yep. That's it.
Yeah, like I said, nothing's gonna happen. Stop reading into it so much.
Yeah, I like that that's a no helmet scene.
I like how they stuck with the entire gag all the way through.
Yeah.
So I will say this about the yellow refractor. It's not immediately obvious what you're supposed to be doing with it. Even Data doesn't really give you very helpful advice as to where you're supposed to use it at.
Yeah.
This is the one point in the game where the signposting could have been a little bit better.
Let's see if we can, see if we have any item development going on.
I think you got a couple things.
Yeah, grenade kit for the grenade arm. This one's pretty neat.
I mean, it says shoot. In-game, it's more of materialize in your fist and then throw it.
Yeah. Spring set's real important.
Super important. It doubles your jumping height, and it also gives you, like, moon gravity. Granted, you are able to at least tap jump, and then you jump at your normal height. But more or less, it's just like, you got moon powers now, and you are pretty committed to that jump.
Yeah. Alright, so let's...
Yeah, see, it's like this.
I don't know, I'm sure it'll do something. Digging. I think also,
That's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I also think now we get a new set of equipment at... Oh, actually, there's something I should immediately do.
Yeah, you have to actually equip the jump springs.
Oh my god, I also have to equip the flak jacket.
Look, it's a placebo. You were fine the whole time.
I was. Check out that jump.
You want to know the best armor? Don't get hit.
Yeah, it's real easy. No, I want to go back down for sort of an obvious reason. Right here.
Yeah, that's a little spot off to the left. They did a good job with saying, like, hey, here's an area that you can immediately use those fancy new springs on.
Yeah, and it shows off one of the things we've been talking about. The link up.
Yep. This game does a really good job linking together every single dungeon. And linking them in a way that you can't just, like, cheat your way in early.
Yeah. I've never seen a speedrun of this game. Does it get to do that in some way? Can it clip its way into, like, different dungeons?
Oh, I'm sure there has to be some way of just clipping through half of the game.
Yep, so we get some cash.
Given how open-ended a lot of the exploration is, I'm sure that there's some sort of, like, silver 2006 skip where you just go through 2/3 of the game instantly.
$10 grand, I'll take that. And you might recognize where we are. Right here.
Yeah, this is right back where we were first over in the Garden Forest.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, you can
Yep.
skip drill walls. Okay, that's interesting.
I think I need to learn how to skip drill walls. That would help a whole lot.
And our other prize for this area. This is our actual prize, by the way.
Skating board is for cool kids only.
Yep. Welcome to the 90s, everybody.
How close to 2000 was this, anyway? I feel like something like 1998 or something?
That'd be a good guess. Alright.
I mean, as much as I love this game and have played the hell out of it, I'm still guessing on the year. So that's not a great place to be, I suppose.
Mega Man's Pro Skater 97.
Yeah, instead of a whole bunch of licensed heavy metal tracks, it's just playing a bunch of classical music.
Right. Alright, roll. Need your help. Oh, it's not enough. Okay.
Yeah.
We will find a
Might
way
not be
to
the
use
thing that you're thinking of.
skating board later. Alright. I think with that, that's probably a good place to leave things off.
Yeah, we did a whole bunch.
So let's talk to Data here and call it a stream. But yeah, Mega Man Legends. I freaking love this game.
Kind of the best. It's still pretty rough and unpolished, but they were getting their footing, and they did a good first job. Like,
Yeah.
they made a good first impression.
You can also see its DNA of sorts in a lot of later kind of 3D action games of the, like, over-the-shoulder action games of this type.
Yeah, they did learn a lot of lessons here they put into RE4.
So, anywho, that'll be all. Hopefully, we'll get back to this as we find time for it. And honestly, this seems like it'll be like 3 streams.
Something like that. This is a fairly short game.
Yeah, so we'll do this and we'll try to find some more time for this on weekends. If you want to catch more stuff, though, later tonight, around like, I don't know, 7-ish my time, I'm going to be doing some Eternal drafts. There's a new set that came out 2 days ago. So, gotta check out that. Apparently 5-color is real, so I'm excited for that.
You may actually want to check that out. This man knows cards like the back of his hand.
See, if you want to check that out or anything else that I do, you can always follow. You can always subscribe as well. You get the cool skull and the new slime. New things happening today. But yeah. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, Vpris, for joining on this. Glad to have
Hey,
you
no
around.
problem. This is my lifeblood. You knew what you were doing when you signed me on.
Yeah. All right. Thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.